I find it very interesting when people say, I don't care about Call of Duty. You can remove it, lower the price. You can remove some of those other games and some of those day one releases. We don't care. Just lower the price. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so then what's the point of paying for Game Pass? If you're going to remove a lot of these great games, a lot of these cool games that it's available on the Xbox Game Pass, so then what's the point of, or even if it's $16, I don't care. What's the point? Remember, it's not about so much the price, it's about the value. You know, yes, some of us are struggling with money, but there's people out there, they're making six figures, they have money, but they're also asking one simple question: what's the value? Okay, it's not that they're cheap, it's not that like they can't pay $30 a month or $20 a month. It's the fact is, what is the value? And what I'm showcasing to you here behind me is Call of Duty. Look at this. Just search Call of Duty on your Xbox Game Pass. And look at this. These are all of the Call of Duty that are included, that you can play directly from your PC or the cloud. Uh, or if you have an Xbox Series X, you can play it there as well. Well, one of the cool features about having an Xbox Series X, you can play all of the Xbox 360 Call of Duties on top of that. So you have the entire library of Call of Duty games to play, and they just recently included Modern Warfare from 2019. So how could you say that this has no value? You know how much it costs to buy all of these Call of Duty games? And you get an access of all of these Call of Duty games for the price of $29.99. But it's not just Call of Duty. Think about what you're getting with $29.99. You're also getting Forza Horizon, Fable, Gears of War, Halo, all these other games. They're all included. Day one releases. Okay, think about that. And you want to remove all of that? And you are okay with that? Just so they can lower the price. So you're willing to trade off all of the Call of Duties and all of these other day one releases for what? So they can lower the price? And then what you're going to get? You're not getting a good deal, man. I know you guys want a cheaper price, but there's a flip side to that coin, guys. I know you're all excited. Oh, Ashish Sharma will, lower the price. Yeah, but at what cost? What's the trade-off? What's the deal? Are you getting a good deal or getting a bad deal? If I'm getting a bad deal, I don't care if it's $16 a month. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't see any value. I don't care if it's $5 a month if I have no value. So what Asha Sharma needs to do, she needs to figure out how we can keep all these games and add some extra features and keep the same value for like $25 a month. That would be a great deal. If all of this is included with the Netflix for $25 a month, that would be great if there was a choice for $25 a month. But look, I already said, even with $30 a month, if they include Netflix bundle with everything that we have currently, I would be okay paying $30 a month, because Netflix in its own, it's like $28.28. That's close to $30 that you're paying just for Netflix to be able to access no commercials, no ads, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and all that jazz. So I'm not like sitting here like some kind of a Call of Duty fanboy, because I'm not. I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy, but I understand the value that Call of Duty has. And any of you who say that, well, the Call of Duty has no value, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to do a better research. Remember, just because you don't like the game doesn't mean that there aren't people out there who like it. For example, look at excuse me, look at Elden Ring. Look at Elden Ring, for example. Elden Ring, it's a game of the year. It's won so many awards. It's one of the best games out there, and a lot of people play it. But guess what? I don't like it. I have played it, but I don't like it. But guess what? I understand the value in Elden Ring, just because I don't like it, it's not my type of a game. I can't ignore the fact that there's millions and millions and millions of people around the world that play Elden Ring, and it's very popular. Okay, so, and if Elden Ring gets included with Game Pass, that's a pretty big deal, right? If you can access all of the Elden Rings, hypothetically speaking, let's say Elden Ring was included on Game Pass, and you can access everything, all the DLCs, everything. That's a huge value right there. Okay, I was like, hey, for $30 a month, man, you got all of the Elden Rings you can think of, right? Play it whatever you want to play it. That's a huge value. So same thing with Call of Duty. All of these Call of Duties, man, that's a huge value. That not only can you access Call of Duty Black Ops 7, not only can you access Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, and Call of Duty World War 2, but all of this, it's included, man. All of these games are included. Included. Look at this. Now, I own this game. I I bought it, so it's recognized that I have it. But I still, can play it. It's included with a Game Pass, right? Uh, and look, here's the thing. People say, but I like to own my games. Well, guess what I did here? I own this. I bought this. Okay? I bought this. I owned it. So people say, yeah, but I like to own my games. You can always buy the games. Game Pass is not stopping you from purchasing what you want to purchase. This notion where people have, yeah, but I like to own my games. Hey, dude, let me understand the logic in this. So you would rather purchase a game without trying it? Don't you think it's better to try the game? Like, I'll give you one example, Forza Horizon 6. Forza Horizon 6, I want to try it out on a Game Pass for about a month. And within a month, okay, which is what, 31 days? Within a month of 31 days, I think within 31 days, I'll have a pretty good idea if Forza Horizon 6 is for me or if it's not for me. And if I like Forza Horizon 6 so much, guess what? Guess what? I can always purchase it like I did with this game, right? So you always have an option to purchase. Microsoft is not stopping you from purchasing whatever you want to purchase. If you want to buy and pre-order Forza Horizon 6, hey, go right ahead, man. So this argument that people bring to me, oh, but I like to own my games, dude. No one's stopping you from owning any of these games. And as a matter of fact, recently Xbox just had a spring sale, a really good spring sale, where you can purchase a lot of games. And believe me, there's going to be a summer sale, there's going to be Memorial Day sale, there's going to be a July 4th sale, there's going to be going back to school sale, there's going to be, Labor Day weekend sale. Trust me, there's going to be the Halloween, autumn, fall, pre-holiday season sales, and then holiday season sales going into November. Look, there's always sales throughout the year. So if you want to own these games, you can always own them. But for people to say that, oh yeah, the Call of Duty has no value to me. It doesn't matter that it has no value to you. This is a money making machine, all right? And millions of people they pay for this just so they can play and have access to all of these Call of Duties. Think about it. For $30 a month, they have access to all of these Call of Duties, bro. That's a pretty big deal to be able to access all of these Call of Duties. And if you happen to have an Xbox Series X console, which majority of you do, then you get to play even the old Xbox 360 Call of Duties as well. So think about it. For the price of $30 a month, you have access to the entire franchise of Call of Duty. And my friend, that's a huge value to the Game Pass. So when you guys say, oh, I don't care if they remove the Call of Duty, to me that doesn't make any, and I know I'm kind of rehashing to what I already talked about, but I'm just trying to put some things in perspective here. So when you guys say that Call of Duty has no value to the Game Pass, man, why do you think they fought tooth and nail to acquire the acquisition of Activision? Come on, man. And again, it has nothing to do whether you like this game or don't like this game. Same thing with me. I don't like Elden Ring, but guess what? I can acknowledge the value of Elden Ring. I can acknowledge that the Elden Ring has a huge value. But same thing here. I'm not sitting here like some sort of a hardcore Call of Duty fan. I'm not a hardcore Call of Duty fan. But guess what? I can acknowledge that Call of Duty has a huge value. Okay? It's like saying that the NBA 2K has no value. A lot of players play NBA 2K. A lot of players plays FC 26, FIFA. A lot of players play Madden. A lot of players play all these other sports games. And guess what? There's tons of sports games on the Game Pass as well. So, on top of Call of Duty. So all of these games, they have value. So when people say, oh, just remove Call of Duty. Dude, if you remove Call of Duty, I'm telling you, you're going to lose a lot of subscribers. They will cancel. They will cancel, okay? Because they love the ability to access all of these Call of Duty games. To be able to play all of these Call of Duty games, man, that's amazing, dude. Come on, man. And they just added a Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare on top of that. Come on, man. I mean, I have this game, I own it, but still, the fact that I can play it directly from the Xbox Game Pass, man, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. You know what I mean? And look, what else you have? There's also Battlefield. They even have Battlefield 2042 on top of Call of Duty. But I don't want to spend too much time, which I already did, 12 minutes, rehashing this. I'm simply saying, if you guys think that this has no value, man, you don't know what you're talking about. And again, it has nothing to do whether you like or don't like Call of Duty. It has to do with the fact that these Call of Duties are included, man. And that's a pretty big deal, bro. That is a pretty big deal. Okay, that you can play all of these Call of Duties. Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty World War 2. You know, that's a huge value right there, man. Just the fact that you can play Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and 7 and the upcoming Modern Warfare 4 Call of Duty. And then now you want to say that you want to remove this? Are you okay with removing this? I'm not okay with removing this. Okay, because if you remove this, guess what? Then you're going to lose a lot of subscribers, because they will say, well, I don't want to pay, even if it's $16 a month. If I can't access any of these Call of Duties and I have to pay for every single one of them, they'll say, well, then I don't want to. Because look how much these games are. Look, this is $60. This is $70. This is 60, 70, 60, 60, 70, 70. Look at the price. Look at this. $70 for Modern Warfare 2 to play it on a PC. Call of Duty, it's expensive, dude. And then let's not mention, the elephant in the room, which is the Battle Pass, the Season Pass, $30 each. All that stuff adds up, right? And Call of Duty players, they understand how expensive Call of Duty is. Purchasing it, buying the Season Pass, all that adds up. And with the Game Pass, you get to access all of these Call of Duty games for the price of $30 a month. Okay? So removing Call of Duty, I just want to show you here, would be, honestly, a mistake. And I already made made a video where I said this would be a total mistake. You know, removing removing Call of Duty would be a total mistake. And believe me, Microsoft would certainly see the difference. They would see how many subscribers they would lose. Man, they would lose a lot of subscribers, dude. They would gain some more subscribers here and there, but they would lose a lot of subscribers. And then they would ask the question, well, what's the point? We just trade our Call of Duty just so we can lower the price, and then we got a little bit of, subscribers here and there, but we lost tons and tons and tons of subscribers. For what? Not to mention that we just lost billions of dollars with this acquisition. So I don't know, man. If this happens, that it's a can I just say this? It's a dumb decision. Okay, I don't like using the word dumb, but I have to say this. If they do this decision, if they remove Call of Duty, then they're making a really dumb decision. And it just doesn't make any logical sense from a business standpoint of view. Like you're gonna waste billions of dollars, go through all that hassle, go through all the legal action, go through the courts, right? Billions of dollars, and now you're gonna remove this, lose hundreds and hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. You're gonna lose thousands of subscribers, plus all the money you wasted on Call of Duty acquisition, Activision, and now doing what? To accomplish what? To lower the price. I'm sorry, guys. I don't see this happening. I know there's rumors floating around. They might put some ads or something, some advertisements where you have to look at the advertisements to play these games, but I don't think Call of Duty is going anywhere, dude. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine Satya as the CEO of Microsoft telling his investors, yeah, we want to remove this so we can lower the price. You know what the investors will say? Are you out of your mind? Yeah, that's exactly what the investors would say to him. Are you out of your mind? So it ain't happening, man. Because again, before I end the video, it doesn't matter if you don't like Call of Duty franchise. I don't like Elden Ring, but I know that the Elden Ring has a great value. Even though Elden Ring is not for me, I understand the value that the Elden Ring has. And it's a huge value. It's the same thing here. I understand the value of Call of Duty, even if you don't like it, even if you can't stand it. You can't ignore the fact of the value and the value that Call of Duty has. It's a juggernaut, man. It's a juggernaut. Millions and millions of people worldwide, dude, from teenagers, 18 years old, sophomores and seniors from high school, college kids in their 20s, early 20s, adults in their mid 20s and mid 30s and more mature in their mid 40s and 50s. That's a huge amount of people that are playing this game. That's millions and millions. That's a billions of dollars revenue right there, man. So you're gonna tell me, and especially the upcoming Modern Warfare 4. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is like my a third video making about this, but I just can't stand reading those subreddit Reddit ridiculous nonsense. People saying, "Oh, I don't care about Call of Duty." Yeah, dude. It's just you who doesn't care, or maybe a small percentage of you who don't care. But there's a huge percentage out there worldwide that does care, and this franchise is making billions, gigatrillions of dollars. It's a money maker, dude. Money maker. So you're trying to tell me a company like Xbox and Game Pass will remove the money maker because they really care so much about us? Please, man, come on, guys. Look, and if they do this, let's say hypothetically that this happens. Okay, let's just hypothetically, let's say for the sake of the argument, this happens. This would be the dumbest decision that the Microsoft and Xbox has ever made. It would be honest. Even Peter Moore would say this would be the dumbest decision ever. It just wouldn't make any logical sense. And I'm speaking from a logical business perspective. You're going to waste billions of dollars to acquire this, go through all the legal action, and now you're going to remove it and lose all these subscribers and lose even more money for what? To satisfy a certain percentage of people who would like to see a lower price on the Game Pass. On the Game Pass. Now, there's a possibility of different options, like maybe Game Pass Plus or something, where it's like $20, but you have to look at the advertisement. You have to click on the advertisement. You have to watch the advertisement, like Netflix has, where you have to watch Netflix with a bunch of ads. Who the hell want to watch Netflix with a bunch of ads, man? Then I'll just watch Tubi, for free. It's like the whole point of paying for Netflix is not to watch any commercials. If I'm gonna watch commercials, I'll just go watch Tubi or Pluto TV or Tubi TV. But they might have an option for that. I think that's what she's talking about. Is they might make an option where it's like $20 or $16, but you'll have to see a bunch of commercials. And if you are okay with a bunch of advertisements playing on your games, then go right ahead, or something like that. I don't know, bundled with the Netflix or something like that. But if you think that they're going to remove Call of Duty, first of all, I'm just going to say it again before I end the video. This would be the dumbest decision that Microsoft and Xbox has ever made. Honestly. And I mean this sincerely. It would be the dumbest decision ever. Ask anyone from Bloomberg TV, CNBC. Ask anyone from the stock market, Wall Street. Anyone from Forbes, especially from Forbes or Fox Business. Ask Maria from Fox Business. She would tell you that this would be the most dumbest decision. I'm sure she would use the word dumbest. The most dumbest decision ever. And it would be a dumb decision. And I don't know how else to say it. And I don't like using the word dumb, but this would be a very dumb decision if they make this. Which I highly doubt this will happen. And if it happens, well then, it's the dumbest decision of all time. And then I will just shake my head. I'll just shake my head like this. So I don't think it'll happen. You'll see the announcement on June 7th for the Modern Warfare 4, included with the Game Pass, day one. All right? So relax, everyone. Okay, I don't think Call of Duty is going anywhere. And on this video, hopefully, in this 22 minutes, I hope you understand my point of why it's not going anywhere. Remember, it's not about whether you like it or whether I like it or don't like it. It's not about us who don't like it. There's a bunch of games that I don't like, but guess what? They're very successful. Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite. It's very successful. I don't like PUBG, but it's very successful. Okay? I don't like Elden Ring. It's very successful. It's the same thing here. You don't have to like it. But you can't ignore the fact that this is a behemoth moneymaker. Even Dr. Disrespect would say, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty, but no one can't ignore that this is a moneymaker. Ask Nicholas. Nick Merckx. Ask Nicholas. Nick Merckx. Nick will tell you. Even though, there's things I don't like about Call of Duty, etc., but I can't ignore the fact that this is a behemoth, this is a moneymaker, that this is a huge franchise, it's a moneymaker, it's a behemoth. Okay? Yes, they had a flop with a Black Ops 7, sure, but they can climb back with the Modern Warfare 4. They can do another Black Ops 8, right? So, look, it's not about whether you like it or don't like it. It's about acknowledging the fact that this is a behemoth. This is a moneymaker. You're talking about a moneymaker. A moneymaker, and this is why they acquired it and they fought tooth and nail. Sony wanted this because Sony knew the value of this. So did Microsoft, but Microsoft apparently had more money to throw at, the Activision and Blizzard, which Sony is probably still recovering from that. If you don't think Sony didn't want acquisition of Activision and Blizzard, you're out of your mind. You are out of your mind. So this is a behemoth, okay? So don't tell me that, Oh yeah, remove Call of Duty, has no value to you, but it has to the millions of other people. You have to think about the millions of other people out there who play this. That's what the Microsoft is looking at. They're not looking at like a small percentage of you guys on the comments. Yeah, I don't like it. Wah, 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 wah. No, they're looking at millions of other people worldwide, all the different continents around the planet. And when they see majority out there, they're playing this game, they will say, well, we can't remove this. That's a millions and millions of subscribers that gives us the billions of dollars of revenue. Especially with the upcoming Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 and the upcoming Call of Duty Black Ops 8 Day 1 release. Yo, are you kidding me? Come on. I'm sorry that my video is 25 minutes, but I need to like make my point here. And hopefully you guys, based on the likes that you will give me, and I'm sorry that the video is too long, but based on your likes that you will give me, I hope you guys will agree that this is a moneymaker, and for Microsoft and Xbox to remove this, I'm sorry, dude. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. This is my third video on this subject, and I just kind of needed to make another video, like a trilogy of this. Like, think of this like a trilogy, just to make my point very abundantly clear as to why I don't think this will happen. And I know you guys are dreaming about paying for the Game Pass for a lower price, and you think that the Call of Duty will be the reason of that, to remove Call of Duty. It will not happen. Mark my words, it will not happen. And I just explained within 25 minutes why that is and why it will not happen. It's a common sense, logical thinking. But if it does happen, if it does, then this is the dumbest decision that Xbox and Microsoft has ever made. Honestly. Even Phil Spencer will shake his head like, what? Okay. Guys, trust me, it ain't happening. Call of Duty is here to stay. All right? World of Warcraft is here to stay. All right? Activision Blizzard's not going anywhere. All right? All right, so everybody just trust me. All right? And I'm sorry for the long video, but at the end of this video, I hope you guys will understand why I needed this video to be so long, so that way you guys understand the logical perspective of why this is not going to happen. Okay, we're not talking about some small game, small indie game you never heard about. This is a juggernaut of a franchise that they invested billions of dollars. They're gonna remove that? I'm sorry, dude, it ain't happening. It's not happening. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for staying all the way through this video. And I apologize for this video being half an hour, but it needed to be a half an hour so I can express my point of view to you guys. This is the only way I can express my point of view to you guys. Okay? So that way you understand my logical thinking and why I don't think this will happen. Don't expect to see Call of Duty being removed. It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. Okay? Trust me. All right. Thank you for watching, and happy Monday.